that's something that holds a lot of people back in our industry, is not having goals, fear of rejection. I used to door knock every day for years as well. And while listening to your audiobooks when I would be in the car between places. And what would you say to those that are, because the only reason an agent would ever become part of the 8%, the 92% and fail is if they choose to quit. And I really believe the theme of this virtual conference is if you don't quit, you can't fail.
That's very good. That's very good. If you don't quit, you can't fail. That's the most wonderful thing. I mean, I've always told my children is just never give up, never give up, never give up. And you'll have all kinds of setbacks and rejections and difficulties. But I used to do this, and I'll pass this on to you because many years ago, I had this girlfriend. Her name was Heather. I still remember. She was a very smart girl, sort of like insightful and so on. And one day I still remember, we were walking along the street, and she asked me, "What is your best quality?" And this is after I'd spent years traveling all over the world and everything else. "What do you think is your best quality?" I'd never heard that question before. And so I thought about it as we walked along, and I said, "Well, my best quality is that I am unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I never give up." And I look back over my life and I realized that is my best quality. And I never thought about it to that minute. So I've told this to my audiences, 1,000, 2,000 people. I said, what is the most important quality for you to have to be successful in selling? And the answer is to be unstoppable. Now, one of the things that I teach is that you become what you think about most of the time. But also you become what you say to yourself most of the time. When you talk to yourself in a positive way, that is accepted by your subconscious mind as an instruction. So how do you become unstoppable? And everybody in the audience and all, I would ask them, what is the most important quality? And they say the quality is to become unstoppable. So how do you become unstoppable? And the answer is this: whenever you have a setback or a difficulty, just say to yourself the 3 magic words: I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Now say it. Say it. So people say, well, I'm unstoppable. I said, no. Don't suck your thumb. Say it like you mean it. All right. Say, I am unstoppable. So the second time they would say, I am unstoppable. I said, no. Geez, say it like you believe it. And they would say, I am unstoppable. No more. I am unstoppable. And the whole audience would shout, I'm unstoppable. And that's great. I said, now for the rest of your life, whenever you have a thought or a feeling of hesitating or holding back, you say to yourself, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And the fact is that when you say it, you program it into your subconscious mind. And you eventually begin to believe, I'm unstoppable. And your subconscious mind accepts it as a command. And over a period of time, not very long, sometimes the first day, you will say to yourself, I am unstoppable. I am, unstoppable. I never quit. I never quit. And I taught my kids that. When my kids were young, I would say to them, I know one thing about you, you never give up. I know one thing about you, you never give up. And they say, oh, Dad, sure, 10 years old, 12 years. Oh, sure I do. I mean, I don't get good grades in school. I said, no, you may have short-term setbacks, but way down deep inside, you never give up. You never give up. And then my son, David, when he was about 10 years old, he was playing with a friend of his. And he said really loudly, I still remember this because it was such a wonderful, he said really loudly, he said, well, I know one thing about myself. I never give up. He said it really like basically like this is just a fundamental truth. I never give up. And all my kids are the same way. They never give up. It doesn't occur to them. They have setbacks and difficulties and they change things and they fail temporarily, but they never give up. And one of the things that you can do to have a positive influence on other people is to tell them that you never give up. If you keep reminding yourself of that, you'll have times where you will think about giving up. You'll think about quitting. You're going to have all kinds of difficulties in life. That's normal and natural. But just keep reminding yourself, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And
Mm,
what happens eventually, it's programmed in permanently. And no matter what happens to you out there, is you just never give up. And that is the most important quality for success of all. Once you have that, your life is made. And if you can teach people this, and if we can teach our friends who are watching today, just keep saying those magic words. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Whenever you think of quitting, say, wait a minute. I don't quit. I'm unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And
that's,
it sounds like hype, but it's not. Everything that you are is a result of information that you've taken in. So now what you do as an adult is you control the information flow. You control the information flow. You hear it and you see it, and people say things to you and so on. You say, okay. And sometimes we've had parenting situations where our parents didn't understand this. And so our parents may not have been that supportive. You say, okay, well, it's sort of like at a certain age, you take over control of the wheel. You get behind the wheel of your own life. You decide what you're going to be, and you're going to be unstoppable. If you're unstoppable, then your success in life is guaranteed. So
so,
anyway, that's just something to pass on, because everything else will work.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, buddy. I could listen to you all day. I am unstoppable.
Yes.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Cody and Lauren for putting this on. Give those guys a big hand for doing this. Amazing event, okay? Amazing. Really, you guys, awesome. Like, when he called and said, hey, would you do this deal? The fact that they're willing to